Cool news, I found a super thin 7-inch touchscreen monitor that works perfectly on the Blackmagic PYXIS, and it was only like $100. But there's a problem. It doesn't have a 1/4-20 thread or any way of attaching it. Like, what was this thing even designed for? Now, for those of you who are new here, my name is Clifton Stommel. I'm an international award-winning cinematographer and the inventor of direct-to-external SSD recording for all video and cinema cameras. And in this video, we're going to explore some mounting solutions for this nifty little monitor, and I'm going to show you guys how I accidentally invented the lightest weight, most versatile, and probably the least expensive monitor cage in the entire world. Oh yeah, and if you want to see more cool stuff like this, go ahead and SBL for me, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video so that the YouTube algorithm doesn't keep us apart from each other, especially if this is your first time seeing me, because unless you tell YouTube that you like it, you may never see me again. Okay, so step one, easy mode. Let's just put a clamp on this thing. You know, the ones that are designed to actually hold your cell phone on the top of like a light stand? But no, it's way too big for any of the quick and easy cell phone clamps. So then I found this nice looking production clamp that's actually designed for tablets, and it works, kind of. See, it does hold the monitor pretty well, but it doesn't have a NATO rail, so there's no way to adjust the left and right orientation on the camera to get it centered up the way that I would want it to be. And if we add our own NATO rail, which we absolutely can do, this whole system's starting to get bulky, super awkward, and mounting it from the back is just weird and gets in the way. So what we need is a lightweight solution that will protect the monitor, give us a mounting point, ideally on the bottom, and it needs to be something like a NATO rail that will allow us to slide the positioning of the monitor left and right. All right, real talk, there's just no way anyone's gonna make a cage for this particular monitor to work with this camera, since the two were never designed to actually go together. It's just way too specific. I mean, if only there was a way to make an original idea into a concrete, three-dimensional reality. All right, I'm gonna have to take this into my own hands. Hey, future Clifton here. Fun fact. I actually designed this entire thing live while chatting with my Discord community. I just sort of hopped into some 3D modeling software, measured the monitor itself, built the 3D model, and got everything ready to print while just casually chatting with everybody. Plus, I finally figured out how to make beveled edges meet cleanly at a corner, which I'd never pulled off before. And as you can see, I was very excited about it. I've never done the corner bevel before. Look at that. That's so pretty. I can get rid of this line now. I did it, you guys, I did it. I did the triangle corner bevel. Look at that. All right, now back to present day Clifton. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna, wait. Huh. Okay, so the first thing to check, the reverse engineered NATO rail. Does it fit and work correctly? Oh yeah. It fits beautifully, clamps on neatly, and the slide to adjust is working just fine. Moment of truth, slide the monitor into the cage. Crap, it doesn't fit. Skill issue? With my 3D printing? No. It's gotta be a tolerance issue. So it turns out that whenever you print something with an FDM printer, that is the spool-fed extruder type that lays down melted plastic, it actually lays down the melted plastic a little bit wider than the three-dimensional model that went into it. And my 3D model was designed to the exact size of the monitor, so with that extra thickness from laying down the plastic, it was just tight enough to not fit. And since we can't just scale it up some random percentage larger because our NATO rail already fits perfectly, it's unfortunately back to the drawing board, or in this case, the 3D modeling software, to make a few tweaks before we try our second and hopefully final print. Now, while we wait for that print to come out, I gotta ask, what's the #1 rigging issue that you wish you could see someone solve, or that you'd solve if you could? Let me know in the comments below, cause who knows? All right, round 2 test fit, and yes, it's a perfect fit. Oh, that's tremendous. So here's the final result. The monitor is securely mounted exactly how I wanted. We have full touchscreen control on a lightweight 7-inch 1080p monitor. But check this out. Let's put this thing side by side with Blackmagic's Video Assist. I mean, just look at that size and weight difference. Now, to be fair, the Blackmagic Video Assist does have a ton of additional features that this other 7-inch monitor does not. In fact, way too many to name here. But when it comes to just being a 7-inch monitor that controls my camera, my 3D printed solution is substantially more lightweight and more elegant a solution, but wait, there's more. As a special thanks to channel members, this 3D model is completely free in a download link that will take you to a folder with growing access to more and more resources that I will continue to release as this channel progresses. And if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations, you are officially one of the more patient viewers on YouTube and one of the filmmakers who actually cares to stick around and get extra value out of the content that you watch. Thus, you have passed the very first and most important vibe check, and I would like to invite you to join my Discord community if you're not already a member. We talk about production obstacles and solutions like this all the time, so it's a great community to be a part of if you're into filmmaking and problem solving. There's a link in the description below, but you will have to scroll all the way to the bottom to actually reach the link and join the group. I'll catch you guys over there, and thanks for watching. You're still here? It's over. Well, I guess if you're that patient and want to keep hanging out, you can watch this live stream next and hang with me while I 3D print the model that you saw in this video.